Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. It is with great shame, great shame, that I bring you this one. Because this is not from a Jamaican paper. This is from a paper in the United States of America. It's called the Detroit Free Press. Alright? The headline says resorts in Jamaica are facing a historic sexual assault problem. Hear the story though. The story is shameful. Check this out. The rapes of two Detroit women at a Jamaican resort has highlighted a pervasive problem on the island getaway. Sexual assaults are usually ignored. In a dark laundry room at a Jamaican Sandals resort, pinned to the floor by a hotel lifeguard, a Michigan teenage girl lay paralyzed with fear as the men bit her lips and raped her violently, robbing her of her virginity. Wow. Yo, let me talk to Jamaican people. I saw them halfway over here. This is what the little idiot boy and the rest of people who back up things like this, all them just a try to make Jamaica look bad, and SouFlo, you are make Jamaica look bad by talking about it and all this. When you defend this, or when you stay silent and let stuff like this happen, this is how we end up overseas, people looking at us like this. Now, this is how they start the whole article off. They're making sure that they let you know that this was a teenage girl, that she was a virgin, and then bite up her, lick them, and rape her violently, painting us as friggin' savages. But it's okay, because it's another Jamaican talking about it that's making you look bad. Alright. When her mother found her after the assault, she was trembling and holding herself in a hallway. The 17-year-old couldn't even speak. She could only point to a metal door. Behind the metal door, her friend was being gang raped by 3 more resort lifeguards. How we never hear about these stories? I don't know. Let's go deeper into this. This is the Jamaica that the U.S. State Department has repeatedly warned tourists about. This is the island paradise that the government says has a pervasive sexual assault problem. The place where 2 Detroit women were raped in September, and an estimated 1 American tourist is raped each and every month of the year visiting Jamaica. Y'all following yet? I love how this sound. There's another piece here that says Jamaica isn't the only tourist hotspot with a rape problem. We could look into that. Keep reading for a minute though. Over the past 7 years, 78 U.S. citizens have been raped in Jamaica, according to the State Department statistics from 2011 to 2017. The victims include a mentally handicapped woman in her 20s, an Indiana mother who was gang raped by 3 Cuban soccer players in a resort bathroom stall, a 20-year-old woman who was raped by 2 men in her hotel room, 2 Detroit mothers who were raped at gunpoint in their room, a Kent County teenager and her 21-year-old friend who were gang raped by lifeguards in a locked laundry room at the resort where they were staying. Perhaps most alarming though for tourists is that sexual assaults are occurring inside the resorts, the place they are led to believe that they are most safe at. Because you know they like to tell the tourists, don't venture out, it's dangerous out there unless you go out on one of our excursions. Stay in the resort, you'll be safe here. For example, this year, the Beaches Ultra Rios Resort and Golf Club, where the lifeguard assaults occurred in 2015, was given the Traveler's Choice Awards by TripAdvisor. It's the travel group's highest recognition given to the top 1% of hotels. Wow. Check it. According to the U.S. Embassy reports, 12 Americans were raped in Jamaica last year alone. Half of them were inside a resort by hotel employees. The U.S. government suspects that this number may be even higher, as sexual assaults are often unreported, and the embassy figures don't include victims from other countries, or how could they know of people who endure this but are too ashamed to speak? The Detroit victims knew none of this when they booked their trip to Jamaica. The two women were raped at gunpoint on September 27th at the five-star Hotel Rio Reggae in Montego Bay, allegedly by a hotel employee who had worked there just 3 days before this incident. They are now outraged, praying for justice after the terror they encountered during what was supposed to be a fun 33rd birthday celebration. Hotel Rio Reggae is a all-inclusive adult-only hotel in Montego Bay, Jamaica. When the women reported the rape to hotel staff, management told them that they had never heard of this type of assault happening there before. Local officials took the same position, implying that sexual assaults rarely ever happen there. But according to multiple victims interviewed by the Free Press, lawyers, lawsuits, and hundreds of State Department and U.S. Embassy records, Jamaica has a sexual assault problem that it is not confronting, and the tourism industry is very much and well aware of this problem. Wow. Must I remind y'all that I'm reading from a paper from a foreign country, the United States of America to be exact. Rapists hiding within hotel staff. As the State Department warned in a travel advisory this year, exercise increased caution in Jamaica. Sexual assaults occur frequently, even at the all-inclusive resorts. Local police lack the resources to respond effectively to serious criminal incidents. The State Department wrote that in January 10th travel advisory. The travel advisory wasn't the first such alarm though. For 3 consecutive years, the State Department issued similar warnings in 2012, 2013, 2014 crime reports, stating, "A special concern continues to be the number of sexual assaults perpetrated by hotel employees at these hotel resorts on the north coast of Jamaica, and the need for forceful investigation and follow-up by hotels and by police and other security officials." I just read you. This is a listen. This is State Department issued warning, exact words, and they issued the same warning in 2012, 2013, 2014, all the way down. Reports stating, quote unquote, "A special concern continues to be the number of sexual assaults perpetrated by hotel employees at resort hotels on the north coast of Jamaica, and the need for forceful investigation and follow-up by hotels and by police and security officials." Number of U.S. visitors to Jamaica in 2013, we saw 1.2 million, a little over that. 2014, that number rose a little. By the time we got to 2017, we had 1.6 million U.S. visitors to Jamaica. Last year, Jamaica was ranked the 3rd most dangerous country for female travelers by Skyscanner, a California-based travel research company that reviews destinations worldwide. Ranked 3rd most dangerous country for female travelers. And I remember that article, and I remember a lot of people, including myself, were highly upset because it's friggin' embarrassing. But when stuff like this is happening and they have the numbers to back it up, how can we be in denial? Especially after that damn incident with that friggin' idiot jumping over these women's balcony, holding them hostage, turning the lights off, doing all this crazy stuff, stealing a gun, getting caught, getting shot. That was embarrassing as hell. But that incident only turned the lights on to what is really going on. Alright? So this California-based travel research company that reviews destinations worldwide to include Egypt and Morocco and other places. Check it. Egypt and Morocco topped the list for tourist women being raped or molested or even killed. Egypt, then Morocco, then Jamaica. Imagine that. When the Detroit women booked their reservation at Hotel Rio Reggae, they didn't know about the survey either. They looked forward to their island getaway and they enjoyed it until the last day of their vacation when a gunman burst into their room through their balcony door and demanded money. The women said they had no cash and they threw credit cards on the bed. He cocked the gun and he said, "You bitches know that this is a gun. Go, turn the light off and I'm going to fucking kill you," one of the victims told the Free Press. The lights went off. He raped both of them. They said until one of the women got hold of the gun and shot him twice. He was arrested the next day and is currently held in custody and facing charges. Must I remind you that DNA evidence has linked this same person to multiple rapes across the island or in another part of the island. The suspect was Scott Doe, 24, of Jamaica, who was arrested on September 28, 2018 for allegedly raping these two Detroit women. Alright. The Detroit victims have said that the police were helpful, but the hotel seemed very dismissive. They said that they never heard of this before, recalled one of the victims. The Sandals Resort victims and their mothers, all of them from Michigan, heard the same line in 2015 when they reported the laundry room rapes at the hotel management. The hotel said, "This has never happened before," one mother recalled. "The manager wanted us to sign paperwork saying that nothing happened." Imagine that. The mother couldn't hear of it and has been reeling ever since. Wow. So they have this little thing out here, a graph that says over the last 7 years, 78 Americans were raped in Jamaica. That's been reported. And that's roughly one U.S. citizen per month. Right? "My daughter will never have justice," the woman said in a recent exclusive interview with the Free Press. "These girls aren't the same girls. Rape change people." Dr. Lee Bailey, who chairs a police civic committee in Jamaica, said that the country has very strict rules as to who works in these hotels. When he learned about the rapes of the Detroit women in Montego Bay, he said, "I've never heard of this happening before." And this is Dr. Lee Bailey protecting his interest, or her interest, whichever they are. I'm thinking it's a he. When he learned of, so it's a he. He said, "I've never heard of this happening before. I've never heard of this happening before." He also expressed concern that the hotel company, an international chain that is actually based in Spain, did not properly vet the employees charged in the attack. The suspect, 24-year-old Damar Scott, a dancer and entertainment coordinator who was wanted by police for other crimes before landing the job at the resort. 6 months before he was hired to work at the Rio Reggae, the Manchester police in central Jamaica posted a warning, a wanted sign for Scott on their Facebook page, calling him a person of interest in connection with a string of rapes in their parish. Now here's the thing. If you're a person of interest wanted in a concerning a string of rapes, the local police should have put way more effort into locating this individual. This is what you call a serial rapist. But again, whether we want to accept it or not, the rape thing in Jamaica is pretty much accepted. I've actually heard people say, "Cha, them a woman, like a rape now go kill them." Like, seriously. Alright. One person actually came on SouFLoTV, left it in the comment section and said, "Me never hear about no woman dead from rape before, so they'll be alright." Like, wow. The police offered $35,000 for tips on Scott's whereabouts. 6 months later, he got a job at the Montego Bay Resort, where police say he stole a gun from a guest room and then used it to rape the two vacationers from Detroit. Meanwhile, The management at Rio Hotel and Resorts is defending its hiring practices, calling the Montego Bay rapes unfortunate and isolated incidents. Alright, so on September 27th, there was a very unfortunate incident at the Rio Reggae Hotel in which a man who was a trainee at the entertainment department of the hotel attacked two of our guests. This is Rio speaking. Rio Resorts said in a statement to the Free Press, the aggressor, who has been in training for only 3 days, managed to escape at first, but thanks to the work of the local police, with full collaboration of the hotel management, he was arrested a few hours later and brought to justice. This is oh my God. The suspect has not been brought to justice, is what the paper is saying. He has only been charged, and he was not arrested a few hours after the attack, but rather the day after, when hospital staff alerted police that they were treating a shooting victim. Rio also said that it took proper vetting steps in hiring Scott. It is relevant to note that the Rio Hotel and Resort has a very severe and rigorous security protocol regarding the hiring of the employee. Listen, man, let's go through all this boo-boo ha-ha. What do you expect? Rio is protecting its pockets, okay? And they give a damn about no tourists that came there. All they want to know is that you do not walk away with no 10 million US dollars in your pocket and hurt their bank account. The police records is also always requested prior to formalizing the work contract, Rio stated, without explaining in a criminal record or police report actually turned up in Scott's background check. So how the hell did one turn up in his background check? Rio also said that the hotel management acted appropriately that night. So you see, Rio went above and beyond to clear their name of any wrongdoing in this incident. It's sad. In May 2015, a young woman from Ingham County named Python was surprised by her mother with a trip to Jamaica for her 21st birthday. The 5-day getaway to the beaches Ocho Rios Resort in Sandals property in Bosco Bell cost 5,000 US dollars, which was split half and half between her mother and her daughter. It was her gift. For 4 days, Python enjoyed the perks of the all-inclusive resort until the last night of her trip, when 3 hotel lifeguards she recognized from the pool lured her into a locked laundry room and each one raped her. Now, alright, so I don't know if this meant to say that her mother and her mother's other daughter, which would be her sister, gave this gift to her, because there's no way she and her daughter could split a bill for $5,000 with her mom if she's 21. So anyways, listen, at 21 years old, 3 men lure you into a what? Into some dark corner, some room, and you went. I don't know, but that sounds like, and I'm not trying to victimize the victim here, but I'm saying ladies have to be very careful. And some women are very flirtatious and very carefree until they find themselves with one hand in the wolf's mouth, and then they want to scream, wolf, help, right? But you flirted your way all the way in. So it was on her last day, and I'm noticing the trending that it's always on the last day of their trip. So someone is in touch with how long you're going to be here, the itinerary, how long you're going to be here, when's the last day, because they know if we do it tonight, you'd fly out tomorrow. More than likely, they're not going to say nothing. Do you understand where this is going? She recognized them from the pool. They probably said, hey, come here, let me, whatever they say, and you know, little Yankee girl, hey, what's up, man, how y'all doing, wherever, I don't know. She said, I froze up. I was completely paralyzed with fear. She's now 24 years old. She said in a recent interview, the one thing that really still stands out is being left in the room alone and my mom finding me. I thought I had done something wrong. I could already tell you what people are going to say, Python. Python wasn't the only victim that night, though. On record, her 17-year-old friend Amber was also raped by one of the lifeguards. The teen was assaulted first in the same laundry room. Though the resort tried to hide what happened, she said, they wanted to keep us quiet. They didn't want anyone to know that anything like that could happen at their resort. For years, Python, Amber, and their mother said nothing about the sexual assault they had experienced, but they grew tired of staying silent. So this month, they decided to share their story with the free press after learning about other rapes like the one from the two Detroit women. Like the Detroit victims, Python and Amber and their mothers believed that the resort where they were staying were safe, and they were unaware of the State Department's travel advisories. I want people to be more aware of what could happen, said Amber's mother, Maggie, who said that she couldn't sleep for months following her daughter's rape. Every time I closed my eyes, all I could think about is what happened. According to Python and Amber, their mother, and dozens of court documents filed in a pending civil suit, there are events that led to the night of terror at the beach's Ocherias. During the trip, Amber and Python spent time at the pool and the water slides, where 3 lifeguards fraternized them, engaging in casual conversations and asking, "So how long you gonna be here? How long gonna staying for?" On May 8, 2015, the last night of their trip, Amber and Python ran into the same lifeguards in the hotel hallway while on their way to a piano bar. That's when one of the lifeguards took Amber by the hand and said, "Come on, I want to show you something." He opened a locked metal door and read "Employees Only" and led Amber inside. Red flag. Amber must be slow. You're not an employee. Man, strange man grab your hand leading you to a steel door that says "Employees Only." What the hell you think he was going to show you? But anyways, he led her inside what was a industrial laundry room. Python, who had her back turned to Amber for a few seconds, became alarmed and asked one of the other lifeguards, "Where's the man taking my friend?" Noting that she was responsible for her friend because her friend was younger than her. The other lifeguard said, "Come on, man, I'll take you to go see her. She right round there, so." Once inside, Python would suffer the same fate as Amber, who was released by her attacker after having an anxiety attack. But the lifeguard did not let Python go. She was trapped in the room where the 3 hotel employees, including the man who raped Amber, sexually assaulted her as well. The first guy pushed up against the wall and pulled her pants down. She pleaded with him to stop. She said she didn't want to do this and that she had to go back to her room. But the lifeguard would not listen. Alright, so I won't even carry on with many more of the details of it, but just know that it's graphic and you can go read it word for word at the Detroit Press. Right? Meanwhile, her mom was back at the room. They were packing, getting ready to go the following day. They didn't expect all of that. They thought the girls were down at the piano bar. Eventually, the mother came off an elevator onto the 4th floor when she saw Amber slumped against a wall, dazed. When they asked her where Python was, she pointed to the metal door, and it was locked. The mother started pounding the door and screaming. A hotel employee walked out and walked right by them and just kept on walking. Python's mother then ran to the front desk and yelled to the night manager, "My daughter is locked in that room right there with employees, and I can't get in there." By the time the manager got to the laundry room with the key, all the attackers had fled. I'm going to save all that. I'm not going to read any further. But the part where they talk about no justice in Jamaica for U.S. rape victims and all that other stuff, embarrassment, embarrassment, embarrassment is all I can say. I will leave the link in the description because this is way longer than I'm willing to read. Alright? Go read it. Go see for yourself. It's real. I'm out. Peace.